we are reading The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, the power of an assumed major premise. Since the days of ancient Greece, philosophers and logicians have studied the form of reasoning called a syllogism. Your mind reasons in syllogisms. In practical terms, this means that whatever major premises your conscious mind assumes to be true, that determines the conclusions your subconscious mind will come to. No matter what the particular question or problems might be, if your premises are true, the conclusions must be true. For example, every virtue is praiseworthy. Kindness is virtue, therefore, kindness is praiseworthy. Or this, all formed things change and pass away. The pyramids of Egypt are formed things, therefore, the pyramids will change and pass away. The first statement is referred to as a major premise, and the right conclusion must necessarily follow the right premise. A college professor who attended some of the Science of Mind lectures in New York City Town Hall came up to speak with me afterward. He told me everything in life is topsy turvy. I have lost health, wealth, and friends. Everything I touch turns out wrong. I explained to him that his problems followed logically and directly from his self destructive major premise. To change his life, he had to establish a new major premise in his thinking. He needed to accept as true the conviction that the infinite intelligence of his subconscious mind was guiding, directing, and prospering him spiritually, mentally, and materially. Once he did that, his subconscious mind would automatically direct him wisely in his decision, heal his body, and restore his mind to peace and tranquility. This professor formulated an overall picture of the way he wanted his life to be. This was his major premise. Infinite intelligence leads and guides me in all my ways. Perfect health is mine, and the law of harmony operates in my mind and body. Beauty, love, peace, and abundance are mine. The principles of right action and divine order govern my entire life. I know my major premise is based on the eternal truths of life, and I know I feel and believe that my subconscious mind responds according to the nature of my conscious mind's thinking. Later, he wrote me the following progress report. I repeated the statements of my major premise slowly, quietly, and lovingly several times a day. I knew that they were sinking deep down in my subconscious mind. I was convinced that the laws of mind that results must follow. I am deeply grateful for the interview you gave me, and I would like to add that all the departments of my life are changing for a better. It works. Subconscious does not argue controversially. Your subconscious mind is all wise. It knows the answers to all questions. However, it does not know that it knows. It does not argue with you or talk back to you. It does not say you must not impress me with suggestions of that sort. When you say, I can't do this, I am too old now, I can't meet this obligation, I was born on the wrong side of the tracks, I don't know the right politician, you are impregnating your subconscious with these negative thoughts. It responds accordingly. You are actually blocking your own good. You are bringing lack, limitation, and frustration into your life. When you set up obstacles, impending, and delays in your conscious mind, you are denying the wisdom and intelligence resident in your subconscious mind. You are actually saying, in effect, that your subconscious mind cannot solve your problem. This leads to mental and emotional congestion, followed by sickness and neurotic tendencies. To realize your desires and overcome your frustration, affirm bodily several times a day. The infinite intelligence that gave me this desire leads, guides, and reveals to me the perfect plan for the unfolding of my desire. I know the deeper wisdom of my subconscious is now responding, and what I feel and claim within is expressed in the without. There is balance, equilibrium, and equanimity. On the other hand, if you say there is no way out, I am lost, there is no way off, out of this dilemma. I am stymied and blocked. You will get no answer or response from your subconscious mind. If you want the subconscious to work for you, you have to give it the right request and get it in cooperation. It is always working for you. It is controlling your heartbeat and breathing this minute. When you cut your finger, it sets in the motion to complex process of healing. It must its most fundamental tendency is lifeward. It is forever seeking to take care of you and preserve you. Your subconscious has a mind of its own, but it accepts your patterns of thoughts and imagery. When you look for the answers to a problem, your subconscious will respond, but it expects you to come to a decision and to a true judgment in your conscious mind. You must acknowledge that the answer is in your subconscious mind. If you say, I don't think there is any way out, I am all mixed up and confused, why don't I get an answer? You are neutralizing your prayer. Like the soldier marketing time, you use up the vital energy, but you do not move forward. Still, the wheels of your mind relax, let go, quietly affirm. My subconscious knows the answer. It is responding to me now. I give thanks because I know the infinite challenge of my subconscious knows all things and is revealing the perfect answer to me now. My real conviction is now setting free the majesty and glory of my subconscious mind. I rejoice that it is so. Review of highlights. Think good and good follows. Think evil and evil follows. You are what you think all day long. Your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It accepts what your conscious mind decrees. If you follow I can't afford it, your subconscious mind works to make sure it's true. Select a better thought. Decree I will buy it. I accept it in my mind. You have the power to choose. Choose health and happiness. You can choose to be friendly or you can choose to be unfriendly. Choose to be cooperative, choice, friendly, lovable, and the whole world will respond. This is the best way to develop a wonderful personality. Your conscious mind is the watchman at the gate. Its chief function is to protect your subconscious mind from false impressions. Choose to believe that something good can happen and is happening now. Your greatest power is your capacity to choose. Choose happiness and abundance. The suggestion and statements of others have no power to hurt you. The only power is the movement of your own thought. You can choose to reject the thought or statements of others and affirm the good. You have the power to choose how you will react. Watch what you say. You have to account for every ideal world. Never say, I will fail, I will lose my job, I can't pay the rent. Your subconscious cannot take a joke. It brings all these things to pass. Your mind is not evil. No force of nature is evil. It depends how you use the power of nature. Use your mind to bless, heal, and inspire all other people everywhere. Never say I can't. Overcome the fear by substituting the following: I can do all the things to the power of my own subconscious mind. Begin to think from the standpoint of the eternal truths and principles of life and not from the standpoint of fear, ignorance, and superstition. Do not let others do your thinking for you. Choose your own thoughts and make your own decisions. You are captain of your soul, subconscious mind, and the master of the fate. Remember, you have the capacity to choose. Choose life, choose love, choose health, choose happiness. Whatever your conscious mind assumes and believes to be true, so subconscious mind will accept and begins to pass. Believe in good fortune, divine blessing, right action, and all the blessings of life. The miracle working power of your subconscious. The power of your subconscious is beyond all measure. It inspires you and guides you. It calls up vivid scenes from the storehouse of memory. Your subconscious controls your heartbeat and the circulation of your blood. It regulates your digestion, assimilation, and elimination. When you eat a piece of bread, your subconscious mind transmutes it into tissue, muscle, bone, and blood. These processes are beyond the ken of the wisest person who walks the earth. Your subconscious mind controls all the vital processes and functions of your body. It knows the answers to all problems. Your subconscious mind never sleeps, never rests, it is always on the job. You can discover the miracle working power of your subconscious by plainly stating to your subconscious prior to sleep, that you want a specific thing accomplished. You will be amazed and delighted to discover that forces within you will be released that lead to result you wished for. Here is a source of power and wisdom that puts you directly in touch with omnipotence. This is the power that moves the world, guides the planets in their course, and causes the sun to shine. Your subconscious mind is the source of your ideals, aspirations, and altruistic urges. It was through the subconscious mind that the Shakespeare perceived and communicated great truths hidden from the average man of his day. It was through the subconscious mind that the Greek sculptor Phidias gained the art and skill to portray beauty, order, symmetry, and proportion in the marble and bronze. The subconscious mind is the deep well from which the great artists draw their awe provoking power. It enabled the great Italian artist Raphael to paint his Madonnas and great German musician Beethoven to compose his symphonies. Some years ago, I was invited to lecture at a yoga forest university in Rishikesh, India. While I was there, I had a long conversation with a surgeon who was visiting from Bombay. From him, I learned the astonishing story of Dr. James Isdale. Isdale was a Scottish surgeon who practiced in Bengal during 1840s. This was before ether or other modern medicines of chemical anesthesia began to be used. Nevertheless, between 1843 and 1846, Dr. Isdale performed some 400 major surgical operations of all kinds. These included amputations, removal of tumors and cancerous growths, and the operation on eye, ear, and throat. All these operations were performed under mental anesthesia only. Patients said they felt no pain and none of them died during surgery. Just as amazing, the mortality rate of the Esdale's patients following surgery was extremely low. This was well before Western scientists such as Louis Pasteur and Joseph Lister pointed out the bacterial origin of infection. No one realized that their post-operative infections were due to unsterilized instruments and virulent organisms. Nevertheless, when Estedale suggested to his patients who were in the hypnotic state that no infection or septic condition would develop, their subconscious mind responded to his suggestion. They set in motion the processes needed to fight off the life-threatening dangers of infection. Think of it. Over a century and a half ago, this Scottish surgeon who would have gone halfway around the world discovered how to use this miraculous wonder working papers of the subconscious mind. It is enough to cause you to be seized with awe. The transcendental powers that inspired Dr. Isdale and that protected his patients from mortal danger can be yours too. Your subconscious mind can give you independence of time and space. It can make you free of all pain and suffering. It can give you the answer to all problems. Whatever they may be, there is a power and an intelligence within you that far transcends your intellect, causing you to marvel at the wonder of it all. All these experiences cause you to rejoice and believe in the miracle working powers of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious is your book of life. Whatever thoughts, beliefs, opinion, theories, or dogmas you write, engrave, or impress on your subconscious mind, you will experience them as the objective manifestation of circumstances, conditions, and events. What you write on the inside, you will experience on the outside. You have two sides of to your life: objective and subjective, visible and invisible, thoughts and its manifestation. Your thought is received as a pattern of neural firings in your cerebral cortex, which is the organ of your conscious reasoning mind. Once your conscious or objective mind accepts the thought completely, it is transmitted to the older parts of the brain where it becomes flesh and is made manifest in your experience. As previously outlined, your subconscious mind cannot argue. It acts only from what you write on it. It accepts your verdict or the conclusions of the conscious mind as final. This is why you are always writing on the book of life, because your thoughts become your experiences. The American philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Man is what he thinks all day long. What is impressed in the subconscious is expressed." William James, the father of American psychology, said that the power to move the world is in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is one with infinite intelligence and boundless wisdom. It is fed by hidden springs and is called the law of life. Whatever you impress upon your subconscious mind, the latter will move heaven and earth to bring it to pass. You must therefore impress it with right ideas and constructive thoughts. The reason there is so much chaos and misery in the world is that so many people do not understand the interactions of their conscious and subconscious mind. When these two principles are in accord, in concord, in peace and synchronously together, you will have health, happiness, peace, and joy. There is no sickness or discord when the conscious and subconscious work together harmoniously and peacefully. In the ancient world, Hermes Trismegistus Hermes Trismegistus had the reputation of being the greatest, most powerful magus the world has ever known. When his tomb was opened centuries after his passing, those who were in touch with the wisdom of ancients waited with great expectancy and sense of wonder. It is said that the greatest secrets of the ages would be found within womb, and so it was. The secret was, as within, so without, as above, so below. In other words, whatever you impress in your subconscious mind becomes expressed on the screen of space. This same truth was proclaimed by Moses, Isaiah, Jesus, Buddha, Zoroaster, Lao Tzu, and all the illuminated seers of the ages. Whatever you feel are true subjectively is expressed as conditions, experiences, and events. Motions and emotions must balance. As in heaven, your own mind, so on earth in your body and environment. This is great law of life. You will find throughout all nature the law of action and reaction, of rest and motion. These two must balance, then there will be harmony and equilibrium. You are here to let the life principle flow through the you rhythmically and harmoniously. The intake and the outgo must be equal. The impression and the expression must be equal. All your frustration is due to unfulfilled desire. If you think negatively, destructively, and viciously, these thoughts generate destructive emotions that must be expressed and find an outlet. These emotions, being of a negative nature, are frequently expressed as ulcers, heart trouble, tension, and anxiety. What is your idea or feeling about yourself now? Every part of your being expresses that idea. Your vitality, body, financial condition, friends, and social status represent a perfect reflection of the idea you have of yourself. This is the real meaning of what is impressed in your subconscious mind and what is expressed in all the phases of life. We injure ourselves by the negative ideas we entertain. How often have you wounded yourself by getting angry, fearful, jealous, or vengeful? These are the poisons that enter your subconscious mind. You were not born with these negative attitudes. Feed your subconscious mind life giving thoughts, and you will wipe out all the negative patterns lodged within. As you continue to do this, all the past will be wiped out and remembered no more. This was for today. We will meet again in the next video on Read Along with Me. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.